It's Christmas!
This is the Technical Difficulties. We are playing Two of These People Are Lying because two of these people will be with me for the first time in a while. Chris Josh, Gary Brannan.
It's Christmas!
And that great.
No, I do like the Christmas over there.
Yes.
Well,
And there's no
Nothing over here, yeah.
What we've come as is one of those winter wonderlands that fills the newspapers with rage. I paid £9 for this. There's no reindeer.
The goats didn't cut. The three of us have found some articles on Wikipedia. Tom is going to pick one of these Wikipedia articles at random. One of us, knows what the article's about. Two of us, will be lying.
And my job is to work out which two of them are lying and which one of them has actually chosen the Feast of the Ass. I already think it's Gary.
None of the other of us might choose one that might be a little rude and cause a little rafter of laughter around the table, would we?
I've never been funny.
Matt.
It is an oil.
Oh.
Now he feels the pinch, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Gary.
It is a medieval feast around about Christmas.
All right. And Chris.
It is a Sri Lankan celebration.
Right, Matt. It is an oil.
It is a nativity scene, but the artist, I can't remember the name, it was Italian, but it's not from, they're all the same angle. He's like crib in the middle with some wise men and all of that kind of stuff. This is like from the other stable. You look confused.
I do. I'm still trying to think of an Italian painter with the first name G, and all I've got is Gaza. So
Yeah,
that's not really helpful.
Gaza.
What, when he played Falizio? Yeah, sure.
Gaza.
Stood there, tits, doing a painting of the nativity from behind.
What? Sorry, where did the tits come from?
It's one of the great Paul Gaza moments of our time when he came off the plane after Italian exited the plane wearing a pair of tits.
Okay.
Oh, right.
It's the same point when someone said to him, have you any message for the people of Norway? He burped into the microphone and said, yes, Norway.
Right, okay. There's only one person here with football knowledge, and that...
Now all of you have. I share it liberally, like this.
Painting, Italian, name starts with a G, nativity... What?
It's not a painting of some people. It's a painting of not people, the animals, and in the centre of the frame is a donkey, an ass, who is chowing down on some ass. And you can see the generic...
Weird little pink thing in the manger in the front.
A non-traditional painting from the perspective of the forgotten parts of the nativity.
Yeah,
okay.
The animals.
Gary, a medieval feeble...
It is. A donkey is brought into the donkey church to celebrate the ride of the Virgin Mary to the donkey. It's a medieval festival. The donkey's donkey. There's some other donkey where a priest does apostles and stuff like that. But that's what it is. The donkey's been hauled up the middle of the church, I assume.
Hauled? And now we've got an 18-wheeler.
When you say medieval feast,
Yes.
I'm not hearing much feasting.
Because dick.
Gary, you are an expert in history.
That's true.
1777, but you're right.
Feast, it'd be a day.
As in fest.
As in festival. Festive. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Chris, Sri Lankan celebration.
Mine genuinely is a feast.
Okay.
As sort of agriculture, you get an awful lot of animals used in feast. It's just a celebration of animals, for those animals.
Oh, okay.
And you just have a pass.
But no one has anything here. Gary, I believe you, am I right?
It is. I was going through a list of Wikipedia articles, saw Feast of the Ass and went, that's funny.
We'll be back in a moment. 5 envelopes remain. 2 of them are Matt's, 2 of them are Chris's, 2 of them is Gary's, so it could still be anyone's. I'm going to go for this one here. Badalisk. Chris.
It is not a badalisk.
Oh.
It is the longest railway tunnel in railway.
Longest tunnel. Gary.
An Italian monster.
Matt. Badalisk.
A dog-drawn vehicle.
Dog.
Almost like a sleigh. Yes, sleigh.
Okay. Right, we'll start with Chris then. Talk to me about the tunnel.
Basilisk Tunnel, built a lot later than you would expect. We talk about them in England, and it's always
Built in 1660 by a man in a striped hat.
this was built in the early 90s as a prestige project, by the Soviets.
Ooh, okay.
Which means you get your lengths in meters at 52.222.
Do we know where it goes from to?
From Basilisk
Right.
to the other side of the Basilisk.
It goes up the side of the hill, just slightly under the hill, back down again.
Gary, Italian monster.
It's got red eyes, red horns, it's got skin and a big kind of flappy mouth like a mouth. And it makes a speech outside the village and points out everyone's sins and failings and fins and failings. It gets hit with a stick by a village elder as a man dressed as a stick, and then they do Christmas.
Wow. 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 Wow.
It doesn't bring presents or anything. It's not like a present monster. It's not like it like gifts or anything like that.
Gifts. That's a.
Oh, that was a big one.
Look, it's like all these weird Christmas traditions. It's like the Spanish one with the log where they hit it with a stick so it lays sweets.
All right, Matt, a dog-drawn sleigh.
So it is used in Alpinia.
Everyone's eyebrows just furrowed at the phrase Alpinia there.
You can get them with wheels on and with
Boots.
so you get like artwork of it where it's dog pulling it, which is why I said dog. There are kids in the back enjoying the ride and throwing out other kids.
Right. Oh, good grief. You all have got a lot better at this.
Oh, you.
I think it's Matt. I think it's the sleigh. Am I wrong?
Nope.
Harry?
It's me. That's exactly what it looks like. In the legend, it lives in the woods around the village and is supposed to give the community.
So that is a point to Matt for fooling me. You got a point for me correctly guessing yours earlier, Gary.
I love this.
And
I lost.
Oh. Bye! Merry Christmas!
So
There it is.
Merry Christmas!
And everybody.
Funny.
To the future.
Now it's
Only
just big.
so here.
It is
Merry Christmas!
and everybody.
Funny.
It's Christmas.
To the
future.
Now it's
only
Just big.